Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Arsenal edged a step closer to their first Premier League title in 22 years with a clinical 2-0 dismantling of Burnley at Turf Moor, opening up a 7-point cushion at the summit. Mikel Arteta's rampant Gunners have now notched 13 wins from their last 15 outings across all competitions, fueling genuine hope that the long wait is nearly over. First half strikes from Victor Gyokeres and Declan Rice secured a 9th straight victory, leaving the chasing pack trailing. This is a devilishly tough place to come. They've lost just once here in 18 months, to Liverpool via a last-gasp penalty, Arteta beamed. "We started like a house on fire. The first half was among our very best 2 goals, 2 or 3 gilt-edged chances, and not a sniff conceded. We eased off in the second, especially in possession and our willingness to take risks, but defensively we were magnificent until that late free kick. We rode our luck when it hit the woodwork, yet kept the clean sheet." Elsewhere, Chelsea drew level with Tottenham after a 1-0 away win, João Pedro's first-half effort punishing slack defending, though the Blues could have had a hatful but for Guillermo Vicario's heroics. Manchester United preserved their unbeaten run as Amad Diallo's stunning left-foot volley 9 minutes from time salvaged a 2-2 draw at Nottingham Forest after Casemiro's opener was cancelled out by Morgan Gibbs-White and Nicolo Savona. Wolves slumped to the basement with an 8th defeat in 10, Fulham romping 3-0 at Craven Cottage via Ryan Sessegnon's strike, Emmanuel Agbadou's red card, Harry Wilson's second and Yerson Mosquera's own goal. Brighton hammered promoted Leeds 3-0, Danny Welbeck bagging his 6th in 6 before Diego Gomez's late brace. Crystal Palace dispatched Brentford 2-0 through Jean-Philippe Mateta and Nathan Collins's own goal. And at Anfield, Mohamed Salah's 250th Liverpool goal pounced on after Emiliano Martinez's clanger plus Ryan Gravenberch's deflected effort sealed a 2-0 win over Aston Villa, ending 4 straight league defeats and easing pressure on Aaron Slot. Josh Brownhill speaks out on Arsenal march on with 5th straight league win. Gyokeres and Rice sink Burnley at Turf Moor. Arsenal extended their Premier League winning streak to 5 matches with a 2-0 victory over Burnley at Turf Moor on Sunday evening. 2 first-half goals, both from set pieces, proved sufficient to secure the points, even if the second period drifted into a rather more subdued affair. The Gunners' dominance was evident from the first whistle. William Saliba, who had been a doubt before kick-off owing to a minor knock, started and looked assured alongside Gabriel Magalhaes at the heart of defence. The Brazilian-French pairing gave Burnley's forward line, led by Lyle Foster, precious little to feed on. Under Scott Parker, Burnley adopted a disciplined low-block approach. They declined to press Arsenal centre-backs in possession but snapped into action the moment the ball was shifted wide, particularly towards Bukayo Saka on the right or the lively combination of Ricardo Calafiori and Leandro Trossard on the left. It forced Arsenal to be patient in breaking down the hosts. The breakthrough arrived in the 11th minute from a corner. Declan Rice delivered a pinpoint curling ball to the near post, Gabriel flicked it on, and Victor Gyokeres, dropping deep to help win the initial header, nodded home from close range. The goal eased early frustration and allowed Arsenal to settle. The second came from a lightning counter-attack after Arsenal won a Burnley set-piece in their own third. The ball was worked swiftly to the right. Gyokeres whipped in a low, inch-perfect cross that evaded 3 defenders, Trossard cushioned it first time, and Rice stole in at the far post to power a header past Martin Dubravka. Gyokeres' delivery was class. "It just gets better every replay," one pundit noted on social media. Burnley skipper Josh Brownhill was frank afterwards. "Victor Gyokeres gave us absolute nightmares in that first half. His pace, his power in the air, and the way he drops off to link play, he's got the body of a centre-back but moves like a proper striker. We couldn't handle him." First half statistics told the story. Arsenal enjoyed 68% possession, 9 attempts, 4 on target, 3 big chances, and an XG of 1.78 compared to Burnley's 0.12. Beyond the goals, Saka spurned 2 presentable opportunities, one tame effort he ought to have buried, another smartly saved by Dubravka, while Trossard's follow-up from a tight angle was cleared off the line. A forced substitution at the interval slightly disrupted Arsenal's rhythm. Gyokeres, who had produced arguably his finest display since his summer arrival, reported tightness and was replaced by Mikel Merino. "Gutted for him," wrote the Arsblog columnist. His runs in behind, aerial presence, and hold-up play were pivotal. Merino is tidy, but you can't replicate that physicality. Arsenal duly lost a touch of thrust going forward. The second half was a quieter affair. Burnley raised their possession to 48% and probed more through dead ball situations, yet Arsenal's rearguard marshalled by Rice and Saliba stood firm. Over the last 4 league outings, the Gunners have conceded just 1 shot on target, and even that was more a hopeful flick than a clear chance. Josh Brownhill's late free kick that cannoned off the post was the closest the Clarets came, but David Raya preserved his clean sheet with minimal fuss. Declan Rice deserves particular praise. His goal dedicated to his aunt who recently passed away provided the emotional highlight, but his defensive work was equally impressive. Timely tackles, clever interceptions, calm distribution. His consistency sometimes goes under the radar, Mikel Arteta said post-match. Tonight he was world-class at both ends. With 9 consecutive victories across all competitions, Arsenal are riding a wave of form that feels both exhilarating and, for the moment, entirely sustainable. Routine excellence. Arsenal dispatched Burnley with ease to stay top of the pile. Arsenal made light work of Burnley once more, and routine has become the watchword for this side. I'd happily rock up here after another 28 matches just like yesterday's, because every time I do, the same adjective springs to mind: routine. That's the benchmark Arsenal must hit this season in fixtures of this ilk. If they keep turning in performances like the one against a functional, decent but ultimately limited Burnley outfit, then we really will be clutching that glittering Premier League pot of gold at the end of the proverbial rainbow. Arteta named his strongest 11 after rotating midweek in the Carabao Cup, and the difference was plain to see. Fair play. The side that faced Brighton on Wednesday handed the Seagulls a few half-chances, but this first-choice lot conceded precisely nothing. Burnley failed to register a single shot on target for the 3rd time this Premier League campaign, and their closest effort was a 96-minute free kick that rattled the woodwork long after the contest was done. In truth, the game was effectively over by the 14th minute. Victor Gyokeres nodded home from a yard out after Gabriel had flicked on another corner. The away end erupted into "Ole, ole," while gooners watching on telly took to social media to rub it in. Cry all you like, rival fans, pundits, and the odd numpty like Jeff Stelling, we couldn't care less. Set pieces are a weapon Arsenal have mastered, and when you face a low block week in, week out, 5 at the back yesterday, 2 sitting midfielders in front, if cracking them open means shucking oysters with a corner flag, so be it. I don't know about you, but I was chuffed Big Vic got on the score sheet. He more than earned it, and the strike will do his confidence the power of good. He's now on 6 for the first half of the season. As I said on last week's Same Old Arsenal podcast, I'm expecting 20 across all competitions. He's bang on track. Yet as Arteta pointed out afterwards, Gyokeres offered far more than the goal. He held the ball up superbly, looked lively in possession, and his diagonal ping to Trossard for our second was the moment of the match pure vision. Trossard's cushioned layoff was inch perfect, and Declan Rice starman by a mile powered home the header. You sensed the 3 points were in the bag. Rice wheeled away to dedicate the goal to his recently departed aunt, and his all-round display was unforgettable, winning tackles, dictating tempo, metronomic distribution, and a crucial finish from open play for those still moaning we don't score enough that way. It was a blistering counter from a Burnley throw-in, proof that when space opens up, we can exploit it ruthlessly. Though I try not to tempt fate when we're 2-0 up, I told myself at home, that'll do nicely, job done. The second half felt exactly that, controlled, professional. We probed for more. Dubravka pulled off a couple of cracking saves, but Burnley enjoyed more of the ball than in a dominant, merciless first period. That's all these fixtures demand. Our goal difference thanks to an absurdly stingy defence is streets ahead of anyone else, plus 15, with only City's plus 10 anywhere near. We've also banged in the joint most league goals, so spare us the boring jibes, though City could overtake us if they stick more than one past Bournemouth today and leapfrog into second on 19 points, still 6 adrift of us. We know how quickly it can turn. Witness Liverpool's early season wobble, so Arteta's machine must keep ticking over ahead of a tricky trip to Slavia Prague and then an even sterner test at the Stadium of Light next Saturday. For now, though, we can bask in a side playing with swagger, individual brilliance aplenty, and a squad depth that means no single player carries the load. If soccer leaves a couple behind, someone else steps up, and long may that continue. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!